Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfripi and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, 11-year-old youngest to have adult diabetes. NBF corruption saga takes another twist. And later in sports, 4 Fijian overseas players make it to the final 16 of the Sevens World Cup.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
An 11-year-old is the youngest person in Fiji to have adult diabetes. Speaking at the Diabetes Fiji Symposium, National Advisor for Non-Communicable Diseases Dr. Isimeli Tukana said diabetes in children is increasing and it's a worrying trend. Ana Ravulo reports.
Adults were mostly the center of attention when it came to treating diabetes, but doctors are now turning their attention to children.
Children now have 2 types of diabetes. One is the common one in them is type 1. That means they don't have insulin at all. But now they're getting more type 2 diabetes. And type 2 diabetes, the main contributing factors is eating and drinking and exercising.
Alarming statistics were also revealed during the symposium.
In 2015, a total of 669 amputations were carried out. Similarly, in 2016, a total of 791 amputations were recorded. This symposium is an opportunity to bridge the gap in care of diabetes.
And now we are asking World Health Organization and organizations to help us study more on children.
Dr. Tukana says if they can control diabetes, they can control amputation. Fiji is ranked 11th in the Western Pacific region when it comes to the number of people having diabetes. Ana Ravulo, FBC News.
The National Bank of Fiji corruption saga has taken another twist after former Prime Minister and current SUDELPA leader Sitiveni Rambuka clarified that he was not involved. In an exclusive interview with FBC News, Rambuka said the NBF issue was already there when his government came in. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Former Prime Minister Sitiveni Rambuka says claims by the Fiji First government of his involvement in the National Bank of Fiji crisis are not true.
We cleared it up. The rot was there, and my government was responsible for cleaning it up.
However, during the budget announcement, Minister for Economy Ayased Kayum says the NBF was closed down due to corrupt practices during Rambuka's leadership.
Back in 1996, Madam Speaker, the government of the day took out a huge amount of debt. That debt was not spent on Fiji's families or infrastructure, but debt was squandered to bail out deposits from the National Bank of Fiji.
Rambuka admitted that some of SVT government officials were part of it, but he was not.
All in all, very, very few of the SVT parliamentarians were involved in a bad way. Personally, I had no dirty fingers in anything in NBF.
While the question of what caused the collapse of the NBF remains in dispute, the reality is that thousands of Fijians suffered, and it was also costly to the growth of our economy. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
A provisional candidate of the National Federation Party has resigned following allegations of rape and assault. Party leader Professor Biman Prasad says after such serious allegations, the resignation was the right step. Police have confirmed the 66-year-old dentist was arrested last week for allegedly raping a 53-year-old woman in her Nasinu home. It's alleged the suspect, who is related to the victim, said he was tired after attending a wedding in Suva and asked to rest at the victim's home. It's alleged the victim was in her bedroom later when the suspect knocked on the door and forced himself on her.
We have accepted the resignation. The allegation is serious, and the National Federation Party, to all its provisional candidates, has a very clear set of instructions. Obviously that's the end of the matter for us and the Provisional Candidates Association with the party.
Many people have often turned to drugs in times of difficulty or when they face some kind of challenge in life. During meetings with various stakeholders, the National Disability Council has found out that these people often isolate themselves from community and social settings. Kelly Vadala reports.
Sharing your hardships with the person you trust the most will ease mental stress and at the same time stop you from heading into the wrong direction.
Whether it's marijuana or methamphetamine or ecstasy or any other form of illicit substance, it challenges your psychological makeup, and it's a burden to the society.
The National Disability Council has discovered that Fijians do not talk openly about their difficulties. 62-year-old Sydney Lord, who was once a drug addict, shared his experience.
It drives me into a momentum or what smokers call kavambote, on a trip. 2, 3, 4 years later, I was just staring and I lost all my money because it's very related to alcohol and it goes together. So within the process, I lost everything. My wife, Rugby, and I had a lot of argument. Things didn't cope up. She left the house with the children. That's how much it affected my life.
With Drug Awareness now an annual event, the council is urging Fijians to stay away from harmful substances that will make you less productive in the society. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
Still to come, 4 face charges in gang rape. And Red Cross focuses on youth development. Stay with us.
Bula neva ngo malakai leloma ngo ngai nakas ondo bagrong nam bula fep nam bandua ena sere
hoya o basit sai se lambasa ya ondo talita ina barong nam bula fm nam bandua ena sere
gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka talita kina na barong nam bula fm nam bandua ena sere
wana tuma nam bula fm nam bandua ena sere namalun
na vengo fane na tao no singa toka kita ondo talita kana bula fm nam bandua ena sere
Bula FM nam bandua ena sere.
One of 2 women allegedly gang raped by 4 men in Tailevu 3 years ago admitted in the High Court today that she was drinking liquor with them on the night of the alleged incident. The 4 men are facing charges of raping the women on October 9th in 2016. Pranita Prakash reports.
2 of the men, Wamembale Makungai and Napoleoni Leiloma, also known as Tuvuli, faced 3 counts of rape. Meanwhile, serving prisoner Lucasor Vakatini is charged with 1 count of rape, while another man, Sanjay Lal, is charged with 1 count of rape and 1 count of assault with intent to commit rape.
The first complainant testified in court that on the night of the alleged incident, she accompanied the second complainant and walked from Vunimono to Nosori for money.
She denied sitting on Tuvuli's lap throughout the ride to Wendalide in Corvo, Talevu. The complainant said she got in the vehicle voluntarily. She said the vehicle stopped at few times, however, she never made any attempt to get out and leave. However, she testified when they were taken to a secluded spot in Talevu, Tuvuli used force on her and raped her. The trial continues tomorrow. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum has clarified of the $1,000 given to a mother after a child is born, $500 will be under the child's account and not the mother. Said Qayyum says the mother can only access $500 to buy necessities for the newborn, while the remaining $500 will be accessible when the child enters year 1. He says this is only possible if the child has a birth certificate. Said Qayyum adds if the mother passes away, then the next legal guardian is eligible to withdraw the money. The initiative only applies to families with a household income below $30,000.
You get the birth certificate, we then open an account for you in the bank. And in the bank we put $1,000. And the person who can take the money out of the account can only be the mother.
Youths in various parts of the country are undergoing training to enhance their skills so they can help their communities. These youth development activities are coordinated by the Fiji Red Cross Society. Kritika Kumar reports.
The youths are being equipped so they can help build a resilient community.
Our volunteers
We train them under the values that we have: hard work, honesty, integrity. And this is what we focus on when we are training these young people.
The recent census report reveals 69% of the population are below the age of 40. The Red Cross believes teaching them the right skills now will mean Fiji will have a more knowledgeable society in the future.
Young people are connected. Young people have different priorities, different from when we were young. And it needs young people talking to young people, developing programs for young people.
You have young people stepping to the fore of helping out the communities. They help out the communities and they become the solutions to their own community.
The Red Cross currently has over 700 volunteers in all parts of the country who have been well trained to respond to any situations. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Provisional data show arrivals increased by 4.5% in May, with over 67,200 visitors coming to our shores. Increases were recorded in arrivals from Australia, United States of America, continental Europe, rest of Asia and the UK. Visitors arriving for holiday purposes accounted for 76.3% of total arrivals. The majority of visitors that came to our shores last month were in the age range of 20 and 64. In sports, later with Jamie, Nandrunga rugby team hopes to retain Skipper Cup title this season, but up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. RBF to host first ever Capital Markets Week. And in growing Fiji, approved water supply for Savutalele settlement. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
In business tonight, the Reserve Bank and relevant stakeholders are hosting Fiji's first ever Capital Market Week in Suva. The campaign is aimed to educate the public about the investment opportunities available through the capital markets. During the campaign, an expo will be held at the FNPF Downtown Boulevard in Suva, whereby information kiosks will be set up. In a bid to entice the younger audience, a national capital markets quiz competition for secondary schools is also being organized.
The capital markets plays a critical role in mobilizing savings into medium and long-term productive use in both the public and private sector. By doing so, the capital market industry contributes to increasing job opportunities and incomes of our people.
And we now join Sharon from HFC Bank with the latest from the stock market.
Let's review action on the South Pacific Stock Exchange for last week. 9 listed stocks were traded. Amalgamated Telecom Holding shares increased by 10 cents to close at $2.85. VB Holding shares rose by 14 cents to $6.85. Vision Investment shares recorded a 6 cents growth to a price of $3.46, while Fijian Holding shares went up by 7 cents to close at $6.15. Meanwhile, Freebed Institute shares dropped by 10 cents to end the week at $2.90. Following the various share price movements, the overall market capitalization increased by 2.13% and ended the week at $2.36 billion. That's the wrap from our local stock market. Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. Taking a look at today's currency exchange rate set this morning for the Fijian dollar. Our dollar showed minor gains against the Chinese yuan, the US dollar, the Kiwi dollar, as well as the PNG kina. As for the commodities market, oil prices rose to over $74 a barrel. Gold dropped to close at $1,252 an ounce, and silver was down as well to close at $16.08 an ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, over 100 residents of Savutalele settlement of Princess Road now receive a better water supply. Over the years, the residents relied on water supplied via an 80 mm PVC line, but the demand increased due to the increase in population. This prompted the Water Authority to upgrade the existing pipeline. Chief Operating Officer Samanmal Ekanayake says they will continue to implement projects to provide safe drinking water and proper sanitation to all Fijians. And that's business for tonight. Jamie joins you now at sports.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, goalkeepers, heroes of the day at FIFA World Cup. And Baber names 16-member squad for Rugby World Cup Sevens. This and more coming up.
Voila, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Jenny Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Osori. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Koroko, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Osori. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM.
Fiji Airways Sevens coach Gareth Baber has named a 16-member squad that will travel to Utah and the USA to prepare for the Rugby World Cup Sevens later this month. While Baber has maintained his core players that were part of the season, the squad has been boosted with the inclusion of French top 14 stars Joshua Tuisoba, Semi Randrandra, Semi Kunatani and Leone Nakarawa. Baber will name his final 12 for the tournament on the 18th of this month. Meanwhile, the Fiji men's sevens team presented its itatau to President Major General retired Chochi Konrote today before it leaves for the United States tomorrow. Coach Gareth Baber, while well aware of the challenges that await him at one of the nation's most watched international tournaments, believes it shouldn't be any different to competing on the World Series. Meli Tavanga reports.
After missing out on the 2018 Commonwealth Games gold medal and the World 7 Series title, Coach Gareth Baber has another mountain to conquer.
We've said it many times, there's pressure in this day, in this job every day. So the World Cup's going to be no different. Obviously we felt it when coming into the Commonwealth Games, and every HSBC tournament we prepare.
Baber says there's been a lot of pressure in preparing the team, and expectations for the World Cup from fans at home and abroad are high.
We've won 5 tournaments this year, which is probably more than I thought we would have done at the beginning of the season. If you told me I was going to win 5, then I'd have probably ripped your arm off for that one. I just want to see us hit those heights again in a World Cup over 4 games.
However, Captain Jerry Tuwai, who will also lead the team for his first time in a World Cup, says to him it's not much different than the last 2 series.
For me, it's no pressure. It's still Rugby Sevens. Our focus right now is training and to improve on what we achieved.
The team leaves tomorrow for a week preparation camp in the U.S. state of Utah before the start of their World Cup campaign. Baber will name his final 12 on the 18th of this month, and the World Cup will be held from the 21st to the 23rd in San Francisco. Meli Tavanga, FBC Sports.
Defending Skipper Cup champions Nanranga will face arch-rival Naita Siri in the semi-finals this weekend. After surviving a tough tussle against Rewa, the Stallions hope to be back at their best against Naita Siri. John Tambore reports.
Staying competitive for the whole 80 minutes is something defending champions Nanronga need to work on before their semi-final match against Naita Siri.
1 year we cannot afford to do in our important games. We working hard on that, is trying to be competitive all throughout the game. But we are thankful that they give us this good competition before going up.
FRU CEO John O'Connor says the competition has been challenging for top teams this year, but expects Nanronga to deliver in the semi-finals.
Defending champions for some time now, but this year due to the competition they've been taken to the wire. But semi-final is a different ball game, and we know that Nanronga usually rises when they defend the trophy.
With the competition now in its knockout stages, the local rugby giants are hopeful for yet another championship.
Trying to stay in the competition and win this competition.
The Stallions have been the most successful team in the history of the Skipper Cup, and we look to continue that legacy this year. John Tabore, FBC Sports.
In today's Play of the Day, a look at the Chiefs' post-match singing of the Itauke hymn, Ongona Nongu Masu, on Saturday night at the FMF Gymnasium in Laucala Bay. That's it from Sports Tonight. Catch Angie later on with weather. And in the world of the weird and the wonderful, a Texas restaurant breaks record for the world's largest commercially available pizza. That's coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's the start of a fresh week and a fresh month as well, and not forgetting to mention how cold and windy it's been. So ensure to keep warm, especially as the nights are becoming chilly. Taking a look in the west, it's been quite sunny but cool winds kept the temperatures low. Eastwards from Pekaba to Suva, an overcast sort of day with light showers indicated for tonight. And up north, pretty much the same as the eastern side. At sea, it's very rough as the winds are gusting up to 30 knots. For the tides, low tide at 9:51 p.m. with high tide at 3:41 a.m. Sunrise at 6:38. The forecast for tomorrow, similar conditions as today, however the winds are likely to ease. Tomorrow's temps, it's been cold and so are the temperatures, some hitting the 20-degree mark. And looking further on to Wednesday, a sunny day is in the bag, expecting the best. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we asked, are you happy with the initiatives announced in the new budget?
Everything is good and it's okay, but I like the food items can be reduced.
I'm happy about free bus fare given to people above 60-year-old.
The current initiatives are good, but the women should get some pre-pregnancy initiatives.
Well, I'm very quite happy for the initiative the government has done for us. Probably this is a new change, and all the initiative they have brought in, not only for us pregnant mothers, for husbands as well.
I really like the Parenthood Assistance Payment Program, as it will assist mothers who will receive $500 when the baby is born and $500 later when they turn 1.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, pizza lovers, could you imagine having a deliciously cheesy 8-foot by 2-foot pizza pie delivered right to your door? Recapping the main stories for tonight, 11-year-old is the youngest to have adult diabetes. NBF corruption saga takes another twist, and 4 Fijian overseas players make it to the final 16 of the Sevens World Cup. Now, for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, last week we had asked, should the recent drug bust serve as a warning to would-be traffickers? 77% said yes. This week we're asking, are you happy with the new initiatives announced in the national budget? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day sent in by Joseva Narambe, the honeymoon island situated in the Malolo group of islands. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable new week ahead. Bye for now.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ से जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।